I flipped out on my fiancé for canceling all the vegan food options from our wedding food menu behind my back. Me and Brandon have been together for 3 years now, and I've been vegan the entire time. Not the preachy kind, just the type who quietly orders the veggie burger while everyone else gets whatever they want. Brandon always said he respected my choice and even started eating less meat around me. So when we started planning our wedding last month, I made sure to include solid vegan options on the menu. Not just sad lettuce leaves either. I'm talking about this amazing mushroom Wellington, coconut curry, and even a vegan chocolate cake that would make anyone forget about dairy. The catering company we hired was actually excited about it because they rarely got to showcase their plant-based skills. I spent weeks going back and forth with the caterer, tasting samples, making sure everything was perfect. Brandon seemed totally on board, nodding along whenever I talked about the menu and even suggesting we add those little vegan sliders as appetizers. Then last Tuesday happened. I was at work when my phone started blowing up with texts from the catering company. Apparently Brandon had called them that morning and canceled every single vegan dish. All of it. The Wellington, the curry, even the appetizers. He told them to replace everything with traditional meat options and said there had been a change of plans. I called him immediately, thinking there had to be some kind of mistake. Maybe someone had hacked his phone or something equally ridiculous. But when he picked up, he just casually said, "Oh yeah, I meant to tell you about that." I literally felt my blood pressure spike. Tell me about what exactly? The menu thing. Look, I talked to my mom and she pointed out that most of our guests eat meat anyway. It's just more practical to have normal food. Normal food. He actually said normal food. I drove straight home from work, which probably wasn't safe considering how shaky my hands were. When I walked through the door, Brandon was sitting on the couch watching TV like nothing had happened. He even had the nerve to smile at me and ask how my day was. That's when I completely lost it. Are you seriously asking me how my day was after you sabotaged our entire wedding menu behind my back? He had the audacity to roll his eyes. I didn't sabotage anything. I made a practical decision. Do you know how weird it would be for my family to show up and find weird fake meat everywhere? Weird fake meat? Brandon, I've been vegan our entire relationship. This isn't new information. And that Wellington costs more than half the meat dishes anyway. So don't give me this practical nonsense. But it's our wedding, not just yours. My family matters too. That's when it clicked. This wasn't about practicality or his family. This was about him being embarrassed of my lifestyle choices. 3 years of pretending to be supportive, and he couldn't even handle having vegan food at his own wedding. So what exactly am I supposed to eat at my own wedding? The dinner rolls? He shrugged. There will be salad. I stared at him for a solid 10 seconds, trying to process that my future husband just suggested I eat salad at my own wedding reception. The same man who claimed to love and support me had essentially erased me from our wedding menu. You know what the really messed up part is? I never once tried to make the entire wedding vegan. I made sure there were options for everyone, but apparently having even one dish that accommodates my dietary choices is too much to ask for. Brandon got defensive, claiming his mom had been worried about the cost and that most people wouldn't eat the vegan stuff anyway. But here's the thing, we'd already paid the deposit. The vegan options weren't even more expensive. This was purely about him being ashamed. I grabbed my keys and told him I was staying at my sister's place until he fixed this mess. He called after me, saying I was being dramatic and that we could figure something out, but I was already done listening. The next morning, I called the catering company myself and reinstated half the vegan options. When Brandon found out, he tried to call them again, but I'd already put a password on our account.